thing is done. Boom. Okay. Let's copy the Trendspider. Copy. There's a live. Black Friday sale. Before 8:30. Morning, Alex. Oh, I gotta sign out. Open that up again. Sign out. And then we're going to bundle. There we go. Then we're gonna have to sign in. Dude, I'm just getting ready. Finviz, there we go. The Trendspider sale. Pro, Premium and Alpha Picks. Premium, Alpha Picks, Earnings Hub, the newsletter. Substack to close that, close that, close that. We'll open that one. I am working on, by the way, I was doing a little bit of, this is the that's the thumbnail for today. How I would choose 5 stocks to buy now. And by the way, diamond hands again, just so you know. Why the hell did it do that? Okay. It's messing up again. It's following this guy, not me. Morning, Wendy. Yesterday's thumbnail I thought was okay. I don't think it was like spectacular. Morning, Josh. I particularly like this Alpha Picks one, my Alpha Picks playbook. By the way, I need to, let me see. How am I going to do? Oh, let me just do this. Let me go into my Fidelity Alpha Picks portfolio. Thumbs up, baby. Exactly. Morning, Cam. Vacation guy. My Alpha Picks brokerage portfolio, and we're going to sort it by today's GL, which AGX was up, but we're going to put CLX, huge winners. CLS was up 7%. Up 7%. God, Credo was only up 4%. That seems like a crazy one, but up 4%. SSRN. I mean, just God, there were so many winners yesterday. The big winner was Argan, AGX. What happened with Argan? Did something go on, or is that just a buy the dip situation? There was no news on Argan. It was up 7% yesterday. 6 months, this one's up 96%. Year to date, 145%. Let's see about AGX. 295 and you're up at 335. I mean, what more, good God. Somebody asked me yesterday, should I get Pro? And I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, but my experience with Pro, and it might have been a private conversation that somebody had asked me, but by the way, my Alpha Picks portfolio was up 3.5% yesterday. Just so you know, and I do go over for the paid newsletter subscribers, my Alpha Picks playbook, real portfolio versus the official 5, my top 5 positions. I don't think they've changed much. They may have. That was October 29th, so it's been about 2 weeks. So I'm in there a lot, adding, subtracting, adding to winners, removing some of the losers. And, you know, if I see it reaching it, I'm always staying within the portfolio guidelines, though. So, but would I buy the pro portfolio? And I don't know if I put this into writing or not. So here's my take on the pro portfolio. It is for a certain type of person. And that person is somebody who trades pretty extensively, because they do give you, it has, it's an even weighted portfolio. This pro quant portfolio on the left, it's an equal weighted portfolio. So, SoFi launches SoFi crypto as part of blockchain push. It was up 8% yesterday. I mean, is SoFi the next mover? But this pro quant portfolio, again, back to it, it rebalances Monday. They compare it, and when you look at this, so they compare it to the equal weighted S&P. So when you see that's up 37%, it's the equal weighted S&P. It's not the S&P. So when you're comparing the two, the equal weight S&P, I mean, we can go and look at it. Just that's RSP. And you look at the charting, and you go to 5 years, and the RSP is up 57% versus 92%. So it underperforms the S&P because those Mag 7 have been such a big winner in the S&P that it's highly concentrated, and the equal weight has typically underperformed. You know, even from whatever standpoint you look at, equal weight is underperformed. So this particular portfolio, in my mind, would need to be traded to actually beat the S&P. And I think when you balance that out with some of the other perks of the pro portfolio, you've got short ideas, which is great. Exclusive cover, fantastic. Larry, morning, Olga. You've got upgrades and downgrades I actually use daily. But is it worth the price? I mean, again, you get it for $99. If it were me and I were even semi-interested in pro, a little bird has told me that tomorrow is the Black Friday sale for Seeking Alpha. And I'm probably going to get yelled at that. Honest to God. They're going to call me and they're going to say, what are you doing? But more than likely, tomorrow is the Black Friday. But maybe buy it for a month. Upgrade for a month. But I think the sweet spot for 99.9% of the people that are just kind of tuning in casually, if you're listening to me every day, maybe the pro quant portfolio makes sense. There's two huge benefits to it, okay? The first is that upgrades and downgrades. I use that every day. It is stocks that basically get upgraded and downgraded in the quant. So it shows you everything, and you can do a search. Again, you can customize it, and it'll show you quant ratings because the quant updates every night. So that's a good thing. That's a huge, huge benefit, time saver. It makes it worth it while. But the other thing that you get is that pro quant portfolio. Like I said, you have to trade it, I think, to actually make more money. But you do get a lot of alpha picks that wind up a month earlier in the pro quant portfolio. So I don't think it's a large lift to make the money back if you're trading with a large enough portfolio. That's going to be the key. So it's just a question of what are we doing? Morning, Jacob. Morning, Naveen. David London. Morning, Harold. Paolo. I think it's Paolo. Jersey. Carrie. Morning, everybody. So I'm going to, and by the way, the coolest thing, And I'm going to go over it, but I don't have a news article, just a kind of Facebook blurb to post. Tesla's launching a rental service. And by the way, this graphic, I'm going to end with this graphic just so you know, it's perfect. Good trades can end with a large win, a small win, a break even, or a small loss. Avoid the bigger losses. Again, it has to do with risk reward. Sam is hosting his own live.
Unbalanced demand supply is temporary, of course, eventually demand supply.
Is that Monitor talking?
And,
oh no. That's the actual earnings call. I did some research and I like this particular stock, HUT. Do your own research on it. It's kind of in that realm of Nebius and IREN and all of that stuff, because Nebius just reported earnings and they announced another deal. I mean, this is up 5%. I don't know what I'm up. Let me see. Let me see what I'm up on Nebius. I got to turn on my do not disturb. Let's see. It's in my Roth and Nebius. I am down 11%, which is fine. I mean, it's let's see, percent of account. It's 4% of my Roth, which isn't bad. You know, again, I'm taking more risk in Roth, so. But I'm fine with down 10% because it's until it gets to 10%, it's just an investment. And I was waiting for the earnings, so now I get to have out at it. And you can see the earnings stuff, and we'll kind of go over the risk, reward, blah, blah, blah. BETR was up. Eric is telling you, they report earnings on Thursday, so this is a stock that has been a big winner. Rocket Lab, this is Shy's one favorite, and it's up 10% on earnings. So, do I want to go over PGY? This is what I was going to go over. So, I think it was way back in, I think it was September, maybe October. But I went to the stock screener and I said, okay, give me the top trending AI stocks. And one of them was PGY. And what was interesting, and I don't know if I want to go over it, but oh, come on. We're going to go over PGY. It was a strong buy in the quant. You can see it's gone from a strong buy down to a buy. And I have my notes in here. It was 9.3. And so found it on Trending AI Stock Screener. I mean, that's just a note that I put in there for myself on 9.3. Now, I found it at 36.81. And I said, okay, it's on a watch list. I want to see it, blah, blah, blah. It was a strong buy. Wall Street has it as a strong buy. There's 10 analysts that cover it. They think it's a $40 stock. That's a 46% upside. The only thing that's changed in the factor grades is really the revisions, and they've revised it down. And that's part of an issue, but you know, again, I had it on a watch list. What was interesting to me was when I went over here and look at it, it gives me a buy here at 28. It's trading 1% down today. Looks like it couldn't break that 200-day. But what's interesting is it's down here below its 200-day, or below its the MACD. And PGY, if we go over here and look, they do earnings call. Let's see, earnings transcript. Non-GAAP beats on revenue. So I think the 12% that it was up, today's just a hangover. But that's an interesting one with a buy here at 28.20. I don't know if I want to bring it up, but it was a top stock. It's an interesting one. Maybe we'll do it. You know what? We'll do it. Notes. Wall Street target price earnings good. Buy on 4 hour algo. Boom, 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 boom. Morning, Rusty. Donovan. Toast to everyone. Diamond hands. I don't know. Do I have a mixed? I don't even want to put this one in. No. I'm going to put you on a countdown real quick. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every
Where's my
morning I wake
camera
up to
at?
the sound.
There we go. Okay. So Pagaya we're gonna go over. SoftBank got rid of all of their NVIDIA. Oh, Donovan, you signed up yesterday for what? Seeking Alpha or Trendspider? Tesla or bust? Steve has an opinion. He thinks GM's a better buy. I think it's interesting. I mean, he makes the point. Tesla's, like I said, the rental. I'll include a post of that. Tesla's chair says the company could be on the cusp. I agree. I'm still a huge Apple fan. Apple bull. The CEO of Open is buying $1 million of stock this morning. I mean, he's a monster. He's a great CEO. Again, you invest in great leaders. Open has ripped 50% since the open on Friday. We will look at a stock. I went down a rabbit hole. Yeah, we're going to do... well, we'll just leave that. And we'll look at Seeking Alpha. And we'll look at Axon. That's what I was looking at. And I did a scan for folks. Any stock that is 1% trading up more than 1% and within 2% of its 200-day. Boom. There's a scanner for you. We will import that into Trendspider because Trendspider is... Karen's my absolute favorite. I mean, just... Michael Burry came out, if you didn't know. He was tweeting yesterday. Not deleting his tweets either. So I love Trendspider because it just gives you everything. This is the email I get in the morning. I like it. I like it a lot. Magdi puts it... Majdi. My apologies if I get that wrong, but he puts it super well. Just, hey, even an idiot can do this stuff with Trendspider. It's so easy. And by the way, he's got pretty much the same setup as I do. So, interesting stuff. Let me see if there's any comments from yesterday. Let's see from the podcast. Dan, about HIMS, I wrote back. HIMS is fine. I mean, it's trade. People were in outrage about the 50-year mortgages. Now you have 15-year car loans being suggested. And I posted, by the way, last night. This was funny. Sometimes I have a pretty good sense of humor on Twitter. And I know some of you don't want to join Twitter because of Elon. But yeah, Seinfeld stuff, I post it all the time. It's the braless wonder. But this was good. That's Dave Ramsey, if you didn't know. Dave Ramsey is recovering after hearing the news of a 50-year mortgage and 15-year car loans. He says he's no longer doing better than he deserves. I thought that was funny. So, let's see. You know, it's funny, Donovan, if you signed up for Trendspider, I actually get like the email addresses of folks that sign up and stuff like that. But for Seeking Alpha, they literally in the morning just give me okay, here's your signups. And doesn't look like I had any, so. But I don't know. It could be delayed a day. It could be, I'm so bullish on Hood. I need to buy that dip. Okay. And that's the show, by the way. We're going to go over that. So I do have a thumbnail for anybody that's that wants to see. I'm putting the thumbnail in as how I would choose 5 stocks to buy now. And I've got myself, I'm not sure how large I'm going to be. Maybe I I should put this. This needs to be bolded. You know what? Let's put a little shapes. Put this back there. How I would choose 5 stocks, and we'll put this. That's a pretty cool thumbnail. You know what? Let's put this behind here too. Do 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 do. The dogs are snoring. It's a peaceful sound. There we go. You know what? I should put the little By the way, you're seeing some of the coffee cup stuff that we're designing too. Let's see. Where is the Wall Street guy? Wall Street Bets guy. I like him. There he is, diamond hands. There we go. That's going to be the thumbnail. So, I hope there's still people tuned in. I think that would make Weibo account. Let's see. It was up yesterday. It's down 1.2% right now, and that is mostly led by IBIT. And Nvidia is under pressure, and Tesla is under pressure. So, yeah. Okay, let's get this thing started. Do 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 do. Okay. Let's start recording. Good morning. It is 11:11. Is that significant? Probably not. Probably nothing more than just a coincidence, but it's 11:11. So it is November 11th. We're going to go over a lot. The thumbnail says top 5 stocks to buy. You're going to have to pick them out, but you're going to see my process through this whole thing. So the thumbnail's a little bit, the title's a little bit. We'll go over why even an idiot can use, like me and Majdi says, hey, just an idiot can use Trendspider. I'm going to go over that. I'm going to give you a scan that I built in Trendspider to find stocks that are up in pre-market and trading within 2% or whatever percentage you choose of their 200 SMA. We'll go over some stocks. I found a new defense stock that I think looks pretty good. It's on my watch list. I'll show you how I found it. We will go over Open Door because the CEO is buying $1 million of stock this morning. We will go over Tesla because there was a lot of news, including a new rental program, which is tremendous. Nvidia, somebody big sold out of their Nvidia. We'll talk about it. Alpha Picks winners. Yesterday, my portfolio was huge yesterday. And we'll go over earnings. And then finally, how not to get liquidated. I mean, if you're getting liquidated, how not to. So let's talk about the markets because here, QQQ had its best day since May. I mean, we can take a weekly look at this, and since May, you go all the way back to the upward trend. this was the best day since way back here. So again, we're in an upward bull market until we're not. But that doesn't mean that every day is going to be absolutely fantastic. Today, you don't have a buy in the 4-hour algorithm. You had a little gap up at 630. You're trading at 620. You're down about 0.5% here. There needs to be catalysts for one direction or the other. Yesterday's catalyst, hey, the government may be opening. Maybe these poor air traffic controllers. And if you see a TSA agent and you're traveling, give them a few bucks for a coffee and a meal, because these people aren't getting paid. So again, if somebody does something nice and you know they're not getting paid and they're going on their third paycheck since October, not getting paid, give them a little bit, buy them some lunch, give them, some of your muffin, whatever you want to do. Be nice to other people. It was part of Buffett's letter last night to all his shareholders. But again, what's the catalyst that could take this out? Maybe the House doesn't vote. Maybe the House just says, you know what? We're not going to accept this Senate thing. What would you see? You'd see the market pull back a little bit. Maybe Trump says, hey, we actually don't have an idea and we're not going to pass healthcare stuff. Maybe that takes it down a little bit. But again, you don't know the catalyst. All you need to do is look in the direction. So let's talk about the direction, because that's where charts come in, and that's where Trendspider shows its best. If you want Trendspider, if you want any of these tools, Seeking Alpha, again, wait for the Black Friday sale on Seeking Alpha and the bundle. I'll point it out to you. But if you want any of these as holiday gifts, buy them right now during Black Friday. Start using them, and then wrap up a freaking certificate under the tree and open it up like you're surprised, because these are great tools. And in the chat last night on Substack, I have told everybody, if you're on the fence about getting these tools, start asking people in the chat, whether it's on the Facebook group, whether it's on Instagram, whatever it is, whether it's on Twitter. Hey, start asking people. But Maji says, just to show any idiot can do this, I asked Sidekick to take my watch list, find the ones with the best setups, and mark each one of the 3 entry points trend lines and backing for each rationale. Took 5 minutes. It would have taken hours to do this. So Maji has taken his Sidekick and his Trendspider, or hers. I'm not quite sure, and my apologies, but it took 5 minutes. And literally, they do analyze the top 5 promising setups in detail with specific entry, stop, and target levels right here. And it did it based on the watch list. Based on the watch list. Again, it is so simple. They make it easy. And not only do you have Sidekick and that type of thing to do in Trendspider, but here, this is one of my favorite things. Why spend hours and looking at charts and saying, okay, this one looks good. Ooh, it's on my watch list. Let me go in and individually look at chart. Get an email every morning. I have it scan the core portfolio, and I have it scan about 6 or 7 different lists. This is the core portfolio. And it emails me with a clickable link. I can literally click on that DIS, on the Goldman Sachs, on the IBIT, on MPLX, on Roblox. Those are the ones with entries in the 4-hour algorithm. And I can put a watch list in there and say, ooh, it just got an entry. And not only is that a good process and a good thing to do every morning, but it's also something you may not even remember that you put a stock on your watch list, and all of a sudden it has an entry, and boom, it reminds you, oh yeah, I meant to buy that. So Trendspider, go over to Linktree. There are links down below as well. Use whatever you link that is associated with me, and just go and get it. And I see you can get the 41. Any annual plan gets my 4-hour algorithm. I am more interested in you getting to know charts. So if you can't afford these, or your portfolio is not large enough, go and get a free tool. Okay, go and learn charting. But if it's within your budget, get up to this advanced tier. You want to know why? Because I started hearing from some people that signed up for this advanced tier just now. And just during this Black Friday sale, they've scheduled and they had their first training session. They said, oh my God, unbelievable. They learned so much in that 1 hour one-on-one, and they said, I have 51 more to look forward to. The learning plan, and again, do the math. I don't want to do the math for you. Go and take that 6420, divide that, okay, or times it by 12, because that's your yearly subscription, and then divide that by 52. That's how much each training class costs you. Then you're getting the tool for free. So again, best sale of the year, everything that you need in one charting program. And you've seen it. I showed you the email. Maji showed you how to use the AI, which is an amazing AI. And then if you didn't hear yesterday, okay, here's one more use case for this, because Michael Burry was tweeting. And he wasn't deleting his tweets, which is crazy, but he was tweeting a lot, okay? And it was all about NVIDIA, Palantir, Oracle, and Meta, not disclosing, overstating their earnings. Again, he's accusing these groups of just being, hey, you're falsifying and you're putting wrong information out there. And so what did Trendspider do? Trendspider went in there to Sidekick. We asked Sidekick's Karen personality. And if you don't know what a Karen is, that's somebody who has to speak to a manager. When we asked her thoughts and a reality check on Meta and Oracle. Oh, so now we're taking investment advice from Michael Burry's tweets. Let me break down this hot take from the guy who got famous for one correct call over a decade ago. Again, he had one call. Tom Lee pointed it out yesterday. He's not 100% right on everything. In fact, he's gotten a lot of stuff really wrong. So why Burry's take is wrong? One, companies disclose their depreciation policies in 10Ks. It's public, audited, not exactly a secret fraud. Two, cash flow doesn't lie. Meta's free cash flow consistently exceeded reported earnings. If they were inflating earnings through depreciation games, their cash flow would tell a different story. Three, the 2 to 3 year product cycle assumption is questionable. NVIDIA chips don't become useless after 2 to 3 years. They run older models, batch processing, inference, etc. A 5 to 7 year schedule isn't necessarily fraudulent. Four, everyone already knows about AI CapEx. This isn't some hidden trick. It's been disclosed and discussed for years. So again, instead of panicking over publicly disclosed accounting policies, maybe check if these companies are actually generating real cash flow, and they are. So take it with a grain of salt. Again, Michael Burry is a very intelligent, smart person, fantastic trader, understands the markets way better than me, far better than me. But he's made one good call, and you have so many tools out there between Sidekick, between Perplexity, between ChatGPT. You can fact check anything. And he just hasn't deleted. Let's see if he's deleted his tweets. Yeah, he hasn't deleted his tweets. I mean, that's unusual for him. And so what I wanted to do today, we were up yesterday. So I typed into a scanner here. I went into this market scanner in Trendspider, and I literally just typed in this. Give me any stock that's up 1% in pre-market and trading within 2% of the 200-day SMA. And I got a scanner. And so we do. I mean, why would you? Let's go and look at the scanner. Let's look for it. What did I name it? That's what I have to do. Let's see. Stocks that are up. Let's just look for stocks that are up. Claim it back. We're going to go to the market scanner, and we're going to stay daily stock pick. Stocks up. Stock up. Didn't I save it? Market scanner. Correction deniers. Let me look. That is, where is it? I've got so many that I've shared with people. Monthly, weekly, stocks up within 1%. There it is. No, I'll have to import it, but you can import it into your thing, log in and import. And it pulls up stocks on the S&P 500 that are up 1% and trading within 2% of the, you can change that criteria. You can do whatever you want. Again, I probably should have known exactly where it was, but I've imported it. I just can't find it for some reason, but it's there and it won't let me import it because I've already got a subscription to it. So it is what it is. You can go and look for it. But let's talk about some stocks, okay? I was reading yesterday about Axon's quarterly earnings. Axon's 20% decline. Again, it was down 20% after its earnings. Does this make sense? You know, whether it was worth it, I decided to take a look into Seeking Alpha. And I said, you know what? Look at those factor grades. It's a hold. Why? The valuation kind of sucks. Its growth is fantastic, but its profitability, it's become worse. You know, over 6 months, you're down 15% and the profitability has become worse. Its momentum has become worse. Its revisions have become worse. So I said, you know what? I want to look at this. I want to look at the other aerospace and defense stocks that actually are quality. And so I took these top three and I said, you know, maybe this ATI over 6 months, it's up 33%. Over 1 month, you're up 19%. It's a strong buy. When was it changed to a strong buy? Just yesterday. Okay, just yesterday. If you look at this, the momentum, A, revisions, A, profitability, better than 6 months ago, growth, better than 6 months ago, valuation, same as it was 6 months ago. Again, it's growing, so its valuation is the same grade as it was 6 months ago. Just turned to a strong buy. Okay, and if we go to these revisions and we look at this, okay, 6 up, 6 down on revenue. So that's still an A. Still an A. So you need to do your research. ATI, let's look at it. Does it trade well on the 4-hour algorithm? You bet it does. Just got you in at 84. You're trading at 98. In pre-market, you're even at 98.12. It's a decent market cap of $13 billion. This one seems better than Axon. So I added it to a watch list. Again, that's how I find stocks, and then I'll find an entry. I'll look at this one, but I can clearly see from a 4-hour standpoint, MACD kind of on its same realm. Maybe it'll go down, come down to its 200-day. Maybe it's filled this gap. It's already had its earnings, pulled back a little bit. You see that it's worth $102, so it's got some upside to it potentially. Its average 4-hour win, 14%. Go and take a look at a weekly. Is it stretched? Maybe a little bit. But even when it's been up here, it's gone up higher. So maybe we're just getting ready for the next leg higher. And when you look at this and you go and say, well, what does Wall Street present its price at? 118, which is a 20% upside. So again, do your research. I mean, that's how I do mine. I use 2 tools, okay? I use this bundle, which is Premium and Alpha Picks, which will go on sale during its Black Friday. So hold off and wait, bookmark it, find it in on Linktree, and go and check it every day because it will come as a Black Friday sale. Again, this is Premium and Alpha Picks. Premium is what I just showed you, the ability to take the quant, go and analyze it, do exactly what you want. Alpha Picks is a data-driven portfolio that beats the S&P. We will go over that in a little bit. This is just a fantastic portfolio. And then the third tool that I use is Trendspider. So it's super, super simple. And so then we can go over Open Door. I've mentioned this plenty of times. Open Door was up 21%. It's up 50% since Friday's open. Now we can go and look at the chart on Open Door. Now, Open Door isn't one that's going to be fundamentally sound. There's a buy here at $7.99. $7.99. It's trading at $8.03. And you know what? The CEO is buying $1 million of this stock at open today. Expect it to run up. So let's take a look. Is it running up? Because he's buying $1 million worth of this. Well, you're seeing it come down. We can go over to Seeking Alpha and say, okay, let's look at Open Door. It is definitely not a fundamental reason to buy the stock, okay? Growth sucks, profitability sucks. The momentum, fantastic. Revisions, they're okay. The valuation, not great. It's got 20% short interest. This is a trade. You want to know why? It's because of this guy, Kaz. He's a great manager. Go and research him. Understand who he is. He's a fantastic. He took Shopify up, and I like him. So again, I think that's a good buy. Find an entry. Use the tools that you have. If you don't have Trendspider, if you don't have Seeking Alpha, use the tools that you have. I'm still a bull on Apple. And the moral of the story, when Apple lags the S&P, it doesn't last long. Again, relative performance to the S&P. You can see it down here at the bottom. Well, go and look at it. It'll be in the newsletter. Okay? When it lags down at the bottom, this is just a daily chart, and it lags. See the red? Buy the entry. That's it. It's very simple. When it gets to a 20 on the relative performance, you could have bought it here at 144, could have bought it here at 179, could have bought it here at 172. Right now, it's outperforming the S&P. But it got you out when it gets to an 80. It's going to get you back in at some point. This is a great stock. I'm still here, and I'm a big fan of Apple. It's still 50% of my portfolio. And Tesla, the chair says the company could be on the cusp of the largest value creation event in history. This is robotics. This is FSD, full self-driving. This is basically everything that Elon has laid out. And this is why he's $1 trillion CEO. Again, invest in leaders. And I believe in Elon. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Elon. I'm not like, oh my God, he's the greatest human being on earth. But he is one of the greatest CEOs we've ever seen. What he's done with Tesla has been phenomenal. And I will just put it out there. I will put this in the newsletter because my friend who works at Tesla sent me this. Okay? Tesla is launching a new $60 per day rental program that includes full self-driving and free supercharging. Imagine going to a city, and rather than going to Avis or Hertz, you pay $60 a day for a car that will drive you, and you don't have to pay for any fuel. The program allows customers to experience Tesla's advanced features without the long-term commitment of ownership. So even if you just want to take a Tesla for a spin for a day, use it on the street and have it drive you around, $60. And it's free supercharging included. Renters can enjoy worry-free travel while testing Tesla's cutting-edge electric mobility and autonomy system. This initiative also signals Tesla's growing push into mobility as a service. Again, they are now a rental car company. $60 a day? That's on par with Hertz. And you've seen Hertz take off. And FYI, if Tesla doesn't sell a car, they can just freaking rent it. Let's say Hertz, HTZ. I think Hertz is the one that's taken off. No, maybe it's Avis that took off. Avis rental car. There it is. Yeah. Well, they're both good stocks. They're both, again, if you go to it, this one trades really well on the 4-hour algorithm, by the way, making you 57%. You can see 128% right there. But again, Tesla on the verge of something, whether it's FSD, whether it's robotics, whatever. Maybe it's a good one. Steve Kress, on the other hand, is saying, hey, Tesla might not be the best car company to buy. It might be a better opportunity for you to buy GM because Tesla shareholders just gave Elon an $8.5 trillion, $1 trillion pay package. Bulls see the move as promising, even if the targets are difficult. Tesla's huge long-run upside earnings growth potential comes at a high price. It does. Tesla is very expensive. It's never been a strong buy in the quant. But when you look at the 10-year performance, 2,935%. Let's just go chart it against the S&P over 10 years. Look at that. The S&P over 10 years is up 227%. Again, Elon is a very good CEO. And I like it. And if you don't want to own Tesla, I own a very small portion of Tesla. I own XLY because that's almost 40% Amazon and Tesla. And I like owning that one. The 4-hour algorithm just got you out of Tesla. Is this the fall? Again, I've got my lines in there from previous highs and previous lows, previous resistance and support. That's the buying area that I want to do. So when the 4-hour algorithm tells me to buy, I'm going to buy more for buy and hold. Why? Because we're still in an upward trajectory. On a weekly, okay, I bought my Model 3 way back here, and I traded the stock. But if you just bought this in October of 2019 at $16, okay, within 2 years, the stock was at $265. That's quite an impressive one. And we've just traded sideways since then. But again, if Tesla is on the cusp of something, maybe it moves. Now let's talk about SoftBank, because SoftBank just released some information. They sold out of their NVIDIA, their entire stake of NVIDIA. Now remember, SoftBank is starting to put money in to build chip factories here in the US, but they sold out of their entire NVIDIA stake. They had built up roughly $4 billion stake as of 2017. Now this was a huge winner, But is that the canary in the coal mine? Is that telling you that, hey, Masa-san, maybe he doesn't like this as much. Maybe he says, well, it's too expensive. It's gotten cheaper. There are other reasons. So remember, SoftBank is the one that funded WeWork and bought out WeWork. I mean, again, to the Michael Burry point, no investor is perfect. Not even Buffett. Buffett's made mistakes. So you take this information, you put it into your realm, and you say, hey, do I want to own NVIDIA? Well, Wall Street says that it's a $230 stock. That's 15% upside because you're trading at 194. You can analyze it with AI here. This gives you a nightly report of how NVIDIA is trading. Here's the quant. Valuation is significantly stretched, with its price to book at 46 compared to the sector, indicating a very expensive stock. The price to sales ratio 28 further underscores, yes, it's expensive. But if you pull this up and you say, hey, let's look at the metrics, because if we look at the valuation and we just look at the PE, okay, we're just going to look at the PE of this company, and we go out 5 years. Let's see, there's 5 years. It's cheap. I mean, you could have bought this in 2020. And let's go back and look at the price of NVIDIA in 2020, because I think it's like the equivalent of $10 or something. If we go back to 2020 right here, yeah, it's about $5. You could have bought it way back then, and it was more expensive than it is today from a price to earnings standpoint. It's trading at about 55, price to earnings right now, 56. It was 83 back then. So again, I would argue, I think it's cheaper. It just depends on the metrics that you look at it with. But this Analyze with AI, it guides you into understanding this stock. Its growth, fantastic. Revenue growth, 68%. Profitability, fantastic, including a net income margin of 52%. Momentum is strong. 1 year price performance up 26%. Greatly outpaces the sector median of 3%. And its revisions, 43 upward revisions compared to 4 downward in the last 3 months. Again, you can read all the positives, all the concerns, everything. This is the greatest way to do your research. Now let's talk about some of the winners from the Alpha Picks portfolio yesterday. This is a portfolio of stocks, 2 data-driven stocks per month. You get one on the 1st and one on the 15th. We're going to have another one on the 15th. It greatly outperforms the market. That's what you're looking to do, is outperform the market. So let's look at a couple of these winners. Credo we've held for a very long time. It's been in an upward trend. This was up 4% yesterday. It's down 1% in pre-market. It's MACD resetting. It's RSI, no man's land at 56. CLS, Celestica, we've held this for a very long time. If you pull this up on the weekly, They bought this back in October of 2023. That's when they bought this. Again, 2023, it was trading at about 20 bucks back here. It's now trading at $344. It was up 7% yesterday. And it's holding on. It's not even down 1% today. The 10-15 pick, the last one that we saw on 10-15, it has already returned 33%. It was up another 7% yesterday. Then you have AAPL, which is huge. This one has been one of the biggest stocks that they've picked. And you can see you're still in an upward trajectory. In pre-market, you're down 0.51. It's at 648. You had the opportunity to buy this last week under $600. So again, my portfolio, the Alpha Picks portfolio, even though the NASDAQ was up 2% yesterday, my Alpha Picks portfolio was up 3%. So I want you to get this bundle, the premium Alpha Picks, but I don't want you to order it today, okay? I want you to wait for Black Friday. And I think it's tomorrow. I think so. So wait until tomorrow because if this type of research tickles you, you get a little tingle in your downward region. If you get a little tickle and you like this is the bundle for you. But wait for the Black Friday sale. Now I want to pull up another reason. Okay, I found this one. This is what I did. This is Pagaya Technologies, and I want to show you exactly what I did. I went to I went to the stock screener, and you can see they have them identified here. And this particular one, the top trending AI stocks. I said, ooh, let me look at this one. It gives you 12 stocks today. You can see the ones that are up there today. But back before PGY, I put in notes on here. I found PGY trending AI stock trading at 36.81. And I put the notes in. I had it in a watch list. I didn't look at it, but I noticed yesterday, hey, this one was up 12% on earnings. Maybe this dip is about to turn around because, again, you're within the middle of your 52-week range. Your valuation, not stretched. Your growth, fantastic. Your profitability, it's the same as it was 6 months ago. Your momentum, an A-. Your revision's a C+. That's changed a bit. But maybe this is a good one. Well, I put it into the 4-hour algorithm here in Trendspider, and I said, PGY, ooh, I got to buy it 28.20. Is this worth the risk and reward? Well, I took a look at it. Performance chart 17%. Buying and holding has made you 83%. This one has just been a huge winner. 262% you can see since I last saw it, since I first started watching it. But again, this one, is this one going for the next leg? Well, it's under its 200-day. Its MACD down low. Its RSI just shot up from about 30s up to 50s. When we take a look at the weekly, has it moved? Well, we just got under the 200-day. You've popped up above that. If this is getting ready for a move, I'm waiting for the weekly on this one. Again, finding stocks and putting them on a watch list, it's a hidden skill. Now let's talk about Rocket Labs, because Rocket Labs, this is one of Shai Bullar's favorite. They blew it away, up 8% in pre-market. Up 8% in pre-market. Is this one you wanted to trade? Is that one you want to actually invest in? Well, the 4-hour algorithm got you out with a 19% gain. That up near $64. Where you're trading right now, you're trading at 55. So even though you have a 10% gain, the 4-hour algorithm is going to get you in the next couple of candles. If this earnings pushes you there, maybe it's a good buy. Again, do your own research. Understand the tools that you have. This one, for me, might be a good buy. It's a quality stock. Again, Rocket Lab, space. And I like the CEO, by the way. The CEO is fantastic. Now, one earnings that's coming up, it's BETR. They report on Thursday morning before the market open. Eric is pointing it out to you. And before you say, well, I don't want to listen to a douche on the internet. Eric's the guy who started the open door stuff. He also invested in Carvana and made 10,000% since the pandemic. 10,000%. Carvana is just one of those stocks he believed in, put a bunch of money into it, and made it. He's an analyst. He is fantastic. He was on the compound this weekend. He told you how to find 10 baggers. Again, a hidden skill. He's saying, hey, BETR is one of his big bets, and they're reporting on Thursday. He tells you what to look for. And BETR has been a huge winner since we started listening to Eric. Again, at $14, that's a 581% gain. Simple as that. Rinse and repeat. Eric has a history of just finding things. One of them that he's a big on, IREN, but I like Nebius too. And Nebius just reported earnings. In pre-market, they're up 3%. I got a good amount in this. Is this a quant stock? No. This is a bet on a future. And so I'm putting this one out there, and I like it. I'm down like 11% on this. Again, the 3% gain, it's great. What am I doing? I'm sitting there and holding. I'm building a position. I got in at that 124. Am I perfectly happy about it? No. But I've got an idea of where I want this one to go. And when you look at this weekly, it's stretched. It could use some stuff. But then what do you get with earnings? You get an announcement of a deal with Meta, $3 billion. And it's another day where we get another big announcement. But unlike the last time, this one's not pushing the stock way up. It comes with earnings. So you've got to make your determination. Is this one worth it? Well, go and do your research. Again, go and ask AI. Go and ask Sidekick. Go and ask any kind of AI stuff that you want. I believe in this one. But another day, another deal, and it didn't push it up. I will tell you one that I've done my research on that I particularly like based on the research. It's HUT. Why? Well, the quant loves this one. The valuation is a B. 6 months ago, it was a C. Growth, a B. 6 months ago, it was B minus. Profitability, 6 months ago, this was an F. Now it's an A plus. Momentum, it's an A plus. 6 months ago, it was a B minus. Has it run too much? Well, in pre-market, you're at 45. Your 52-week range goes up to 57. And let's go and look at Wall Street. They have a $56 price target on it, which is 18% upside. So, do you like this one? Let's go and look at the quant. Oh, let me refresh this. Why is that doing that? There you go. This one has been a strong buy since 22. Again, that was just back in August. So maybe this is one that you want to trade or even buy. Find an entry. For me, it would be on my 4-hour algorithm. Why? This one, 4-hour algorithm makes you 232% versus buying and holding makes you 348%. You win 46% of the time when you find an entry. And you can see it just got out of an 80% run with a 13% loss next, but we're seeing 3 candles straight up. Is this one on a weekly stretch? You bet it's stretched. But it's all-time high. Back here in 2021, 82, which would essentially double your money. So I like it. I like it. You have to understand there is risk and there is reward. You will take the risk. But I want to point something out to you. This is good trades end with either a large win, a small win, a break even, or a small loss. Don't get liquidated and go into HUT with 90% of your portfolio or leverage. Don't use margin. Invest what you have. That's the best way to just do it. Again, you don't want big losers. If you're losing 50% of your portfolio, that means you're not managing your portfolio effectively. You're too high on risk. Now, if you lose 40% because the market's down 40%, that's a different story. You should have absolutely been invested during that time because you can't time the market, but you can always trim. And my best advice to people is to get a chart. Because when you look at charts, we can talk about Apple. Apple is 50% of my portfolio. I trade it on this monthly candle, okay? The monthly candles. You can see the 2 times, 62% in 2008. Yeah, I lost 62% on some investments. Did I trim? You bet I trimmed. And I added back as it started to gain momentum. And this time in 2015, 31%. You bet I lost 31%. But I trimmed a little. Well, actually, during those times, I didn't trim. I think it was 2022 that I really started to trim. See up here, January 2022. See how the MACD is way up there? See how the RSI is up there on a monthly candle? I said, you know what? It's not well worth it. And I don't think Apple was 50% of my portfolio way back then. But if you look at the monthly candles of QQQ, we're up there. It's nerve-wracking. It absolutely is nerve-wracking. Am I taking action on this? No. Why? Because the market is still in an upward trend. And October, by the way, is down 2.2%. So it's not like we've had this fall off. It just feels like you've had a fall off because the market is nervous. So understand what you own, understand what you want to buy. The secret power is watch list. And go back to the beginning of the episode because Trendspider is basically taking your watch list and understanding and automating all this stuff. And then you add in premium and alpha picks. And that bundle together, premium, alpha picks, and Trendspider, it is the perfect bundle for you to have going into next year and understanding, hey, there might be risk. The stocks that I hold, they might hold some risk. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Everything's on Linktree, linktr.ee. Literally, it's on your screen right now. Take care. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. I didn't load up on CoreWeave. I'm not a huge fan of CoreWeave, to be honest with you. I like to wait for more moving averages on the candles. It just doesn't. This is a weekly of CoreWeave. It doesn't scream to me that I have to load in at this realm. It doesn't have confirmation. The 9 days turning down, the 21. You don't even have a 50-day. You don't have a 200-day on a weekly. So I'm kind of just sitting there going, eh. Now, under 100, it probably makes sense. It probably does. But I don't know enough about this stock chart on a weekly to say, yeah, I need it. Now, the 4-hour actually does really well over 7 months. It makes you, 299% versus 169 if you bought and held. So it got you out back up here. You might get the 4-hour again entry. Right now, that's probably the way I would play it. I mean, it's 5 positions over 7 months. So I'm a little bit skeptical of this one. A little bit skeptical. I mean, the market's come back a little bit. We're not down, but okay, let's throw this into iMovie. I didn't have to stop it today, at least. Where is my Finder? Where is my video? There we go. Desktop. And put that in there. We're going to colorize it. And then we're going to auto on sound. And then we've got to edit this front part. Don't allow. Okay, and we're going to take that out. Break. And then, we'll put this one in. Copy. Paste. 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 And then I want to look at
dollars of this stock at 0
today.
Oh, let me see. Do.
And just go and get it. And I see you can get the 41. Any annual plan.
Do. I don't think I go back to the Trendspider one. Maybe I do. I don't know. We'll just leave that. That's good enough. That's enough editing. I hate editing. Export file. Oh. Is it just Bonanza that it did? Yeah. Why the fuck did it just copy Bonanza? Copy. There we go. Okay. Did Nebius go down? Let's see when it opened. I wonder if open door. Nebius is down 2%. Let's look at open. Open shot up. Yeah, $7.99. There's the buy. I'm gonna buy some open today. I'm gonna follow Cass. So just forewarning everybody. Okay, I gotta go edit. I got a bunch of stuff to do today. You guys have a great day. I will talk to you later. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.